Hello, Geminis. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's get right into it, Geminis. Let's see what kind of weekend you all are having leading into this week, leading into this upcoming week, Gemini. So happy Saturday. If you're watching this on Saturday, the 19th of October. This video is for the 20th of October through the 27th of October. Let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. All right. Gemini is talking to you wherever Gemini is in your birth chart. I am seeing you being rewarded for moving on from some energies. All right, I see you being rewarded so you can stay focused. Here we have the Chariot card. Source is actually rewarding you for moving on from some energies that you know are in poisonous environments. The scales have been removed from your eyes, and you are you're actually initiating some kind of a change. You kind of sort of feel like somebody could feel like some energies are in a very poisonous environment, and you're not just sitting there, just going along with their flow. You're initiating something, right? So you're initiating moving on from something, right? So whether somebody else is saying, hey, detach, you move on from something, or whether you had a dream or something is saying move on from something, and so that's what you're doing. Yeah, you're moving on from something. So good for you. Good for you. Because it's not your responsibility to stay connected to any energies that are carrying this confusion or a type of a spirit. There's some kind of a spirit and energy is carrying. Here we have they feel some kind of way about your financial independence, jealousy, envy, rage. They're carrying some kind of feelings about it's their way or the highway, about you moving on from something, how you stay focused. They feel like you're running away from. You have no. That's not your responsibility to clear whatever up. Some people are just stuck on a particular feeling about this is the I feel sign. And so this is where you're adding structure and authority to something. So basically, you're saying you're adding structure and authority about something or how you feel in order to stay focused. The end. That's it. That's it, Gemini. Like I said. So you're moving on. So you could have had a conversation about somebody as to why you moved on from something. Maybe you didn't have a conversation. Maybe you just said, hey, you just moving on. Whatever it is, you feel a lot better. You feel a lot better. So I feel like somebody has room for new love, or maybe you are traveling, or a new love in your life. New love can be a new hobby or something that you're motivated by. Something financially independent that you're motivated by. You're not going back to anything that didn't produce a whole lot of results for you. Something that could be very painful and hurtful. You don't be connected to certain types of spirits, right? It's a Judgment card. Yeah. The Judgment is going to come down on some energies for you could have been married in business and or in love, to some energies that jump to conclusions about things, who either felt like you were judging them or vice versa, right? And some judgment is coming down on those energies, but you moved on from some things and judgment is coming down on them, right? And so you add some structure and authority to some things and you moved on from some things. So it could have been an organization that you left behind. You don't want to be connected to them at all. The snakes. Could have been a job that you left behind. It's the spirit of it. It's just like this wild, kind of very combative kind of spirit. So if it was a job you left behind, like some workplaces, they give the appearance that everybody is having fun, but it is unfortunate. It's very unprofessional. At any moment, a fight could break out. So sources saying you only want to be connected to that mess. Here we have the Emperor card. It's like certain families, a fight can break out at any point in time. Just in certain geographical locations, a fight can break out at any time. It's just wow. So when you add structure to some things, you don't want to be connected to that. When people think you judging them or vice versa, you only want to be connected to it. This is a nightmare. So you're not talking to certain people, you don't be connected to it. Yep. So, like I said, it's two energies you moved on from. So here we have the Ace of Cups here. Yep, Ace of Cups here. So you're moving on, somebody's creating a new reality for themselves. Like you want to be, it's like new, you're inspired to create something new for you. Like you want to be around more creative energies, more compassionate energies, something new you're creating. Here we have the Eight of Pentacles here. Some kind of a new apprenticeship is happening for you. New apprenticeship. The energies that I feel like somebody may have left behind could have been people who had alcohol dependencies. I don't know. Somebody could have been left behind people who drink. So for you would look at that as like, as creative as you all are, you may actually create a brand. So instead of you being the person on the receiving end of a dependency, you may actually create a brand, or maybe invest in a brand that's going to grow your money and grow financial independence. So here we have the Page of Swords. Yeah. So the fact that you're moving on from something and you're ending something, this is the Seven of Swords. Seven is like an awakening. You're dealing with somebody who could have had a dependency. They could be around a lot of people who just all they do is drink, and you may hear somebody keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again, and you just like, is something wrong? Like they just just like sitting there like, what? It could throw you into a state of confusion. Like, what is going on? Like, what, the person keep repeating something over and over and over again. But I feel like you were picking up on something. Here we have the Page of Swords here. You could be picking up on something. Something you could have been picking up on, some kind of an energy. And it didn't take you long. Here we have the Four of Pentacles here for you to just close out your vault door. I see you being a little bit more conservative with your time. I feel like you're down to earth and you're quite relatable. But I do feel like if people want to open up and talk to you about something, they could, because you are down to earth and relatable. But I feel like whoever it is that you left behind, it could have been a friend that you work with, it could have been a family member, is somebody could have a drinking problem. It could be two energies, something having to do with it. Could be alcohol involved. And they could be trying to calm down some nightmares that they're trying to wake up from. But they keep talking about something over and over and over again. And for you, it's that's an indicator that's like they keep reliving something over and over and over again. It's like they're trying to bring you into a nightmare. Y'all know what I'm saying? It's like if you tell them that it's traumatic for you, they're going to keep talking about it over and over and over again, because it's like them trying to alarm you that it's traumatic for them. So you're going to have to stop something. So they have no choice but to get some help. And so, because it causes you to almost feel like you're walking a tightrope, like you're walking nightmares, because it's something they're trying to tell you without telling you. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know how to read between the lines. So it's like a person saying to you, it's a form of spell work, like a person who's like in distress, crying out for help. Let's say, for instance, Gemini, you have let's say, for instance, you have a friend that's in an abusive relationship, and they keep telling you that you don't like their spouse. They'll say, I know you don't like my spouse. You don't like my spouse. You don't really like my spouse. Like, they're trying to get you into some kind of an argument. You never even crossed your mind that you don't like their spouse. It never even picked up on, but they're trying to tell you they don't like their spouse, and they're trying to get you to read between the lines, but you're not catching it. But they keep saying it over and over and over again, that they're traumatized by something. They want you to catch the message. So Source is saying the Seven of Cups lets you know that somebody's in a poisonous environment, and they're trying to get you. You remember, y'all are ruled by Mercury, the communication and messenger planet. So y'all are the sign, you and Virgos, y'all ruled by Mercury. Y'all should be the sign to know how to read between the lines better than anybody. And anybody who has Virgo in their birth chart, who is very in tune with Virgo and Gemini in their birth chart, right? And I know I'm talking to Geminis, but Virgo and Geminis, y'all should be able to read between the lines better than anybody. But see, y'all are the senders, but you got to get very in tune with the receiver side of yourselves, right? Get very in tune with the receiver side of yourselves. And on top of that, your polarity sign is Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of good luck, good fortune, It's the Wheel of Fortune, right? So it's that Sagittarius's card is a temperance card. Source is saying you got to look at it from a higher frequency. Like you got to look at it from the higher frequency. Like, okay, not only can you read between the lines, but look at it from a higher frequency. Somebody keeps saying something to you over and over and over again. They're in distress. They're telling you if they go back into an environment, it can be like this for them. It can be a painful situation for them. So you got to get into prayer mode, prayer warrior mode for them. They could be in a very dangerous environment. So that's what Source is trying to tell you is like they're trying to drink their problems away. This is situation right here. They're trying to drink their problems away. So you sitting there thinking, talking to 15 different people. And Source is like, no, I need you to pray for them. That's what Source is trying to tell you. And I'm saying here you're going to be rewarded for praying for them. Yeah. The devil is in the details. The devil is in the details. Hopefully they just cracked the code for somebody. Start praying for people. When they come across your mind, stop being so dismissive. Oh, they didn't just come out and tell me. They trying to tell you. They keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again, hoping that you'll get it. Hoping that you don't send them back into something that they impulsively bought into something. Like I'm telling you, whenever you see the Queen of Pentacles, a lot of times you'll see like a white rabbit on the side or something. Like somebody bought into somebody else's fairy tale and they found out it was a nightmare. You've been there before. So Source is saying to you, because you've been there before, your prayer is going to help wake them up. Because you can't go kick down somebody's door and snatch somebody out of something and pow, pow, pow and wake them up. Source is saying, but you can certainly pray so that they can wake up. It'll penetrate through something. It'll help wake them up, and something is on, and the universe is in your favor and help you do that. Last thing they need is judgment. Last thing they need is people judging them or feeling like you're judging them. That's the part that you're going to have to snap out of. They judging me. I'm not praying for them, or they feel like I'm judging them. Come out of that altogether. Get delivered from all of that. Somebody that you love is in a very toxic environment. So what they need for you is compassion. That's what they need from you. So get busy, booked and busy. They feel like they have the whole world, the weight of the world on their shoulders. So that's what you're praying for them. Is like that's you're on the light side of High Priestess energy, not the dark side. Way the dark and light of the situation. Way the dark and light of the situation. They drank some kind of potion. They believe something that they were told. So now it's time for you to sit on your throne, carefully vet your thoughts, and start praying for them. So you can get some rest. And so that they can get some rest. And you can get back to being focused. And you can get, this is how Source is going to reward you. This is what you've been praying for. You've been praying for sacred bonds and sacred relationships. And this is what Source is praying. This is what Source is bringing you into. That's what you've been praying for. You've been praying for compassionate people, but you're praying for compassionate people for them as well. That they wake up from a nightmare like you did of drinking a potion and eating a cake and going on a peculiar journey of buying into other people's fairy tales, and wake up one night and decide, hey, head and heart are no longer at war with each other, and breaking the chains of whatever demonic trance they're in, scared, sex, whatever they under, feeling limited, not smart enough, whatever they feel like it is, and so they can get to more sacred bonds and sacred, relationships, and get away from some kind of a emotional predator, a shark. See this shark eyes right here? Something snuck up on them. Something snuck up on them. Something snuck up on them. Like a person says, here, take this drink. Here, take this drink. Next thing you know, they developed a problem. So here we have the La Luna card. So you're going to have to learn how to tap into your belief system. because you're around some energies who, who could feel overwhelmed by something. They could feel overwhelmed by something. La Luna is the moon card. They could be around wolves in sheep's clothing. Water connects us with a whole lot of things. And so something could have snuck up on them. They could have been overwhelmed by something that they can't cope with. And somebody may say, here, this is going to kind of clear your mind of some things. Somehow, Gemini, it's like somebody is reaching out to you for help, though. So the scales have been removed from your eyes. You see something. Now you can't unsee something because you moved on from something. So whatever you saw, you can't move on from it, right? So it almost makes you a target. You moved on from something, Gemini. Yeah, you moved on from somebody who had a drinking problem. So whether you moved on from somebody who had an alcohol problem. So you recognize something you recognize, and you recognize where it started from. So it's something you can't unsee at this point. So whether it's a friend that you used to work with, a family member, something you can't unsee at this point. So you're going to have to go into prayer warrior mode. And prayer does change things. It changes things. So that's what your assignment is for somebody. Is like prayer does change things. Even if whoever these energies are, even if they don't have any more access to you in that regard, where you don't trust their energy around you because they've been around other, like I said, shark energies, and you're protecting your safety. Even if they don't have direct connection to you anymore, you can still pray for them. Keep it on the throne. Keep it on the throne. Keep something on the throne. Because somebody's in survival mode. That's what I'm looking at here. And then, like I said, the devil is in the details. Yep. Sit on your throne, carefully vetting your thoughts. So, 3 of Wands here. You're taking a leap of faith. You're taking a leap of faith, and you're praying for energies. Yep. And you're cool, calm, and collected. You're cool, calm, and collected. You have a level of emotional intelligence about these types of energies, but you're on the light side of things. So you're not meeting dark energy with dark energy. You're meeting dark energy with light. So you're fully in the light about certain things, if that makes any sense. I'm talking to men and women. So you're meeting it with a level of compassion, and that's how you're fighting it. You're fighting it in the spirit. So this is night. This is you're saying Knight of Swords. You're not fighting in the flesh. You're actually fighting in the spirit, spiritual warfare. But that's what you're fighting up against in the spirit. So you're not physically like, I'm going to go fight somebody, put some boxing gloves on. No, you're fighting in the spirit. Y'all know what I'm saying? You're fighting for your friend. You're fighting for their life in the spirit sense, so that they can experience financial independence. Something having to do with money. You want them to experience financial independence like you are experiencing financial independence. So they're away from something that snuck up on them, where people feel like they got, like I said, wolves in sheep's clothing. They feel like they got secrets on them. This is La Luna, came out twice. The moon card came out twice. People feel like they got secrets on them. So they'll know what a tower card is actually really feels like. A tower moment is actually a good thing. Because it's causing some kind of upheaval. Your prayers for them is going to cause an upheaval to let them know that they're safe and protected. Yeah, your prayers are going to cause an upheaval. You're divinely protected. You already know that. So you ain't gonna be touched. You don't have to worry about that part. Yeah, there's the Emperor card right there. Because there's some energies who feel like it's their way or the highway. But what you coming up against some energies who want to fight you in a physical sense. That's not going to happen. You're not operating on that frequency of fear. But you're coming up against them in the spiritual sense, right? So you're coming up against their demons in the spiritual. That's spiritual warfare. So that's prayer. That's prayer, right? Yep. Here's the High Priestess card. So Yeah. And that's light high priestess energy. Yeah, high and the Hierophant card. Yeah. So you know what you're dealing with. You know what you're dealing with, both in the spirit and the physical realm. You know exactly what you deal with in the spirit and the physical realm. You're dealing with an energy that wants to be a part of something so bad they're sick to their stomach. They don't know their worth and they don't know their value. And that's their way in. Like that's the crack in their foundation. They don't know their worth and they don't know their value. And so that's the prayer that you're praying, that they know their worthiness. You're praying that for their worthiness, because these energies are taking them through the ringer. Every way they can use them, and y'all can use your imagination. Every way they can use them. Use your imagination. That's how they're using them. So if you can use your imagination, you would be fighting mad, fist fighting mad. But you don't need to do that, because Source is saying to you, you are you're gonna let that tower fall on them. That's 10 times worse than you ever putting your hands on somebody. Because what's gonna happen to them is they're gonna lose everything. When I say everything, everything. That's what's gonna happen, and that's not even something you wishing on somebody because of what they doing. It's already happening. So adjust your crown. Much better lies ahead. Somebody wants the best for you. She apologizes for betraying you. You are who they prayed for. So love up on yourselves more. Open your vault door. They miss you. Messages from your ancestors. Things are starting to flow to you like water. You have the gift of telepathy. That's the transference of thoughts, feelings, and ideas, whether intuitively, emotively, and superconsciously. They are a Drew. That's a kind of malevolent, nocturnal spirit associated with nightmares. Somebody's not happy without you. It's all becoming clearer now, but your new home awaits for you. So put yourselves first, but treat yourselves to a spa day. Your enemy's plan backfire. Dream even bigger. You are protected in love. Your ex wants to return. We know that's not happening. Yeah, your ex won't be returning because your ex played a huge role in something horrible happening. Just straight up selfish. So no, somebody's ex is not returning. It could be an ex-friend, ex-colleague, or whatever, but they played a huge role in something horrible happening. Jumping to conclusions about something, getting a bunch of people on board with something in an effort of treating you like property. So they got some people involved in some stuff, just so you know, Gemini, got some people involved in something that caused a younger person to lose their worth and lose their value. So no, prosperity. I am determined to win. I am diligent. I'm defeating the odds. I am warrior strong. I summon my highest self to take control today. I invest my time wisely. I am persistent. That's right. Go straight into prayer warrior mode. Y'all not playing. Prayer warrior mode. There's a big difference between you don't need to fight the flesh. That's just as gutter and low vibrational as you can get. Why would you put your hands on another human being when you can fight in the spirit realm? You don't need to put your hands on a human being. Soul baby, ritual. Soul baby and ritual. Somebody has been crying out for your help for a long time, and they trying to tell you in code because they can't tell you directly, y'all. Y'all gonna learn how. I'm telling you, Geminis, y'all gonna have to learn how to read between the lines, because all of this, somebody not to tell you directly. Y'all are literally ruled by the communication sign. This is an inner planet. Y'all, come on now, come on. People be telling y'all stuff in code all the time. So work. I have the power to create the work and lifestyle of my dreams. Overwhelm is now abolished. That's it. Overwhelm is now abolished and removed from my work today. I calmly focus on one thing at a time. One thing at a time. come off of social media with all of whoever's salacious stories. Y'all don't even know these people on social media. And if you do, that's none of your business. Pray for these people and get locked into whoever these emotional connections are that source is sending to you all, and get into prayer warrior mode. Somebody needs your prayers. They've been trying to tell you for the longest time. They're telling you they got a drinking problem. They need help. That's what I have for you. They don't need gossip. They need help. $28. I'm a leader. In an effort to accomplish great things, you recognize the value of working with others. You make a capable and compassionate leader who can bring people together and drive a team toward achievement. 28. That's what I have for you. I'll see you all in the next reading. Bye.